The artist, formerly known as Prince. Chappelle actually explained why he called himself the artist, and it goes back to the contracts.
You know why Prince, the famous rock star that was a friend of mine, do you know why he called himself the artist when he came back? Calls himself the artist because that's what they call us in our contracts.
Prince, one of the most innovative musicians of his time, was no stranger to fighting for his artistic independence. His battle with Warner Brothers Records in the 1990s is legendary. In an act of defiance against what he perceived as oppressive contracts, Prince changed his name to an unpronounceable symbol, famously becoming the artist formerly known as Prince. This move was both a personal statement and a public protest against his label's control over his music and image. He became a voice against contractual chains. Prince often warned young artists about the dangers of record contracts, comparing them to modern-day slavery. In interviews, he was known to caution, "Record contracts are just like, I'm gonna say the word, slavery." He fought for years to regain control of his master recordings from Warner Brothers, which he eventually achieved in 2014. Prince's struggle was not just about his music, it was about setting a precedent for future artists regarding ownership and creative control. The intersection between the artists. Both Chappelle and Prince used their platforms to critique and challenge the norms of their respective industries. Their actions had a cultural impact, sparking discussions about artists' rights, the ethics of entertainment contracts, and the balance between commercial interests and artistic integrity. Chappelle's decision to leave, The Chappelle Show, and Prince's name change were initially met with confusion or ridicule by some. But over time, these acts have been seen as bold statements for artist autonomy. They've influenced how new artists approach contracts, often encouraging them to seek better terms or even to opt for independent routes. There are many artists today that are fairly big, having never signed a contract, like Frank Ocean, exploiting loopholes in an existing contract. As earlier stated, Chappelle and Prince shared a friendship, highlighted by Chappelle's portrayal of Prince in the now iconic Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories sketch on Chappelle's show. Here, Chappelle humorously depicted an encounter where Prince beat Murphy in a basketball game. This skit not only showcased their relationship but also Prince's approval of Chappelle's comedic take on his persona, which Prince later used for his album cover of Breakfast Can Wait, featuring Chappelle dressed as him. Chappelle and Prince gave many of today's artists the blueprint. To always advocate for better contracts and ideally, pick lawyers with your interests in mind. The two have never missed the opportunity to educate more and more black men on the dangers of these Hollywood contracts. Dave Chappelle and Prince's battles against oppressive contracts in Hollywood and the music industry were only the beginning. It's gotten so much worse since then.
I'm going to take your souls. We control everything.
With even people like Dot becoming an outspoken record label owner who brags about owning people. Please comment your thoughts below. And also do ensure to subscribe if you haven't already.